I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass.
Okay. So, quick rundown. Last time, you guys continued your journey from the trader's camp. You soon came across another small camp of a halfling and another gentleman who actually ended up joining you, Nox, the half-orc. You continued along on the path, finding Goldshire and further on Dell's farm. And after talking with Dell and his wife, you figured out that there were more than likely goblins or something similar to that had been kind of raiding their farm a little bit. Set up an ambush, nothing seemed to come of that, so you followed a path that you had found northward to this here goblin camp that we see. Took down some goblins in the process, and then you found yourselves having a short rest before moving on to the cave that you had seen further on to the north.
First things first, I think I'd like to drink a potion, and I would like to remind Mr. Kramer to drink a potion as well.
I don't need any such potion, but I'll do it anyways. I'll quaff one. What are we rolling for that, Wilson?
Just regular potion of healing?
Yeah, the two that, like, the ones that we bought before we left Earthbound.
Yeah, a regular potion of healing, 1d4 plus 1.
Okay. Oops. Well, I guess that'll work anyways. 2.
Oh, plus 2. Oh, okay. I can heal myself too.
Okay, so continuing north from the camp, you only have to go about 10-15 minutes to continue following the small path of water upstream, where you find a cave. The cave of the mouth is about 15 feet wide, 20 feet tall. The stream exits along the left side, and then you can see a patch of ground on the right side that supposedly leads on into the cave.
Taking a gander, I'm going to see if maybe I can observe or take a peek at the ground, kind of getting on one knee and seeing if maybe I can check to see if there goblins in fact were from this area and perhaps how many there are. Unfortunately, I'm kind of blinking while I'm doing this, evidently really fast.
So, you're just trying to look for tracks, stuff like that?
Yeah, just looking for tracks and maybe how many.
The area around the water is too muddy for you to actually make anything out. It kind of all just runs together and looks just like the side of a river. There's not much that you can make out besides just normal indentations and rocks and stuff like that.
They walk in single file to conceal their numbers.
They will be back. Button corrector number.
Well, let's just keep that going once every session. Work it in there somehow.
I'm down for that.
Me too.
Well, I guess there's no better place than forward.
I suppose, yeah.
Oh yeah.
So I'm assuming that we're heading in this direction over here, correct, Wilson?
Correct.
Okay. Well, I will.
How should we proceed?
I think our marching order
you
was
in front?
Our
me
form,
in front,
I liked
so-
our
You in the back?
formation. Yep.
Me,
Squishies
we
between
in the middle.
us,
Yep.
Yeah.
making
Okay.
a squishy sandwich.
Perfect.
I'll just begin fording the river. I'm assuming it's still about the same depth. I mean, I guess this isn't the same river as before, but
This is like a tiny stream. Looks like.
It's not the same river. And at this point, when it comes out of the cave, it basically is a stream. It's only about 5 inches deep. It's got a kind of pretty gentle flow, but even though it is kind of quickly moving, so you can make it across there no problem.
all right.
Cool. Let's do
I
that.
will trudge across. Sloosh, sloosh, sloosh.
I will wait for the other two to get across before I get across.
You are so small.
Keeping in
this
formation.
Okay.
Broad
So Broadshaw, that's probably up to your waist or your shins or something.
I'll try to help him up a little bit on my way.
Yeah, you gotta slosh your way through a little bit.
He's like this. Like it's up to his armpits. Just
Holding the
I'm
beer
holding up
mugs
like-
up. Just,
Holding
Don't
up like a
walk.
cat.
don't water down the beer.
cannot spill.
I'm holding you up like a dog over water, and you're just like instinctually paddling your arms.
All right.
See, I don't push down my push to talk button, but I'm laughing a decent amount of the time you guys are playing this game. So just I thought you should know that.
Good.
Good. Good. Very good.
All right. Well, I suppose getting up to the cave face itself, is it pretty dark in there? I unfortunately did not pack any torches.
It is pitch black.
I got dark vision.
Tyler's got dark vision.
I don't believe
I'm
that.
taking
What's your
front,
guy's
though.
name again?
I don't
Nox.
believe that
Nox.
Nox. Yeah,
I'm gonna switch
I
my
don't.
name.
I
I
don't
can do
think-
prestidigitation too to make
There we
little fleckles of light. Can't
I
I?
don't think Dragonborn have dark vision.
Mm.
You can certainly double check. I don't have the PDF up on me, but I'm
I
fairly
don't-
confident.
Checking.
I don't have the PDF either.
What are you talking about? You have
For-
the PDF?
Dragonborn. They're not in the handbook.
Yeah, they are.
Are they?
Yeah, absolutely they are. I was like, which one are you going off of?
Oh, they're right there. Holy shit.
Yeah, look in the.
They do not have dark vision.
Yeah, as I was gonna
Aw.
say, like tieflings do, dwarves do, but I think besides that, well, elves, obviously,
And
half
ASMR.
elves. Well, ASMR.
I could use light. It's a cantrip I have. I touch
Yeah.
something and I touch an object in a 20-foot radius. It just lights up that area. So it's kind of
Could we
a
just
torch,
like,
but if you guys have torches,
what if we
Have
just
candles.
put it on
it takes
a
me an hour
torch?
to
Ah.
cast that. Though.
Oh, it takes you an hour to cast
Yes.
light? Damn.
For a cantrip, I don't think so.
Duration is 1 hour.
Okay.
Okay.
The range
It's like,
and
Whoa,
it's one
wow.
action. It's one of my
this
actions.
is
So
blinding.
Okay. Well, I got a bunch of torches. I got 8 or 10.
I think we just bust out those torches.
Yeah, let's just use some torches.
All right.
Do you
Well,
guys need torches? Or should we just have 2 going?
And Tyler, you actually would have dark vision, but everybody else does not.
Yeah, front and back.
Front
you,
and back?
You wouldn't need one, but I mean,
I have dark vision, so I'm fine.
Yep.
But
Yeah.
you guys,
Yep, you have dark vision up to 60 feet.
yeah, I'll take one.
Okay, so I give TK, or what's your guy's name again? Rex?
Heskar.
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 I gave Heskar a torch,
I'm gonna call him Hess.
and I take a torch for myself out of my pack and spark mine alight.
Oh yeah, dude, spark that.
So you
Spark
spark.
that dank torch, man.
Oh.
A dank torch in this
Oh, yeah.
dank cave.
So you guys just like throwing the torches across the river? Are you gonna join us?
Oh, well, I'm waiting for Tyler to move. I'm trying to keep formation.
Oh, you're just gonna okay. Oh,
I'm
Move, I
keeping
guess.
the RP up, man.
I'm old, so it takes me a while to cross.
Yeah, it takes them a little bit.
I huff impatiently as I toss a torch to Heskar.
And- You would never admit it, but Nox, the temperature of the water rushing past on your ankles actually feels kind of good on your old bones.
Good.
Dusty old bones, dude.
Dusty old bones full of green dust.
All right. Well, raising the torch, so it can cast its light, I step forward into the cave.
All right.
Does anyone want to follow him? So I can bring up the rear?
I'm assuming.
Bring up that rear.
Oh,
Yeah.
he's
Right.
in the rear with gear.
I'll follow him.
All right, and then we'll have Nox right behind. And
I'm with you, fellers.
taking up the rear guard. Will be Wainwright.
And Wayne right up in the behind.
I'm following pretty close to
Do you want
Engelman.
us to move while you reveal, or
You just move to where you want to, as far as you can see, and then I will reveal as like farther.
and
move
I'm
our
assuming
dudes,
that like the cave is like right here, right?
Around here somewhere.
No.
Is it down this way?
Is it up?
I think it's up.
This
There's some
way.
rocks right there.
I can't
Oh,
see.
okay.
this.
You see the difference in the ground?
Kind of.
Kind of.
Right there?
roughly.
Yeah.
Okay, up there. Sorry, I thought since the stuff was going that way. All right, just kidding. I'm actually scuttling all the way.
We're like, we found it before you did, Hess.
Yeah, I'm just actually like staring out into a bunch of bushes, like.
Where is this cave?
I'm just standing by watching this unfold, waiting for him to realize.
You're kind of giving him like a.
It takes a painfully long amount of time for me to realize that.
No, I want to stealth so he doesn't notice me. Standing by the entrance.
I throw a message cantrip to him like, hey, over here, dude.
If you're actually going to roll stealth, then Heskar or whoever you're trying to hide
I'm
from.
just kidding. I wasn't.
have to
I
roll
don't really
perception.
want to stealth.
Okay.
Maybe later. I'm holding a torch right now, so that'd make it really hard.
So Heskar, when you move past the threshold of the cave into the darkness, it reveals a area up ahead of you that you can see the path continues with the water continuing on the left side of you. And you can see that on your right side, the wall directly to your right ends after a short little distance and has some steps that leads up.
Okay, that's those are walls. That large brown section.
Those are walls.
Well, good. I mean, I'm just wondering, just
Yes.
the length of this, just because the two behind us seem to be morphing into the wall itself. Seeing the steps, I move cautiously and throw out another perception, see if perhaps there's any sort of nefarious traps, or at least anything along this base of the steps looks a little off. Unfortunately, I am really I'm like looking at everything with like my eyes half closed.
Oh yeah, you're tired of dealing with it.
Yep.
You're in
Yeah,
the
that's true.
exhaustion.
Yeah. So I mean, spooky noises.
Oh boy.
Ooh boy.
I'll add those in post.
Spooky noises.
So you don't really notice anything past the normal ambient sounds of a cave, and trying to hear anything above that, it's kind of hard with the water running past you. Even though it is a small amount of water, it is hiding any sort of noises you might be trying to pick up on. And past the torchlight, you can't really see anything more than just the stairs and the path ahead of you.
I turn. I look at Hangman and I say, "Damn Brooks, always babbling." I give a slight chuckle and I keep kind of moving along, and I kind of come even with the edge of the wall and where the stairs are. And obviously, with my much shorter and more cautious gait, I hope I'm kind of non-verbally inferring, be careful, gentlemen. We're in spooky territory.
We're in Spooksville.
Exactly. All right. I get to the base of the stairs, and I guess I will step out from behind the wall to see where, holding my torch, the light embers kind of casting down slightly. See if I can shine that torch, hopefully get a little bit of a view in the area. I don't know if I would need to roll another perception check, or just, kind of like if the light's cascading further out.
No, the torch sufficiently lights the room. Even without rolling perception, you can see that there is nothing in the room at all. Besides a large rock that has 3 holes on the top of it, there's no pattern to the spacing of these holes. There are just 3 holes that have been dug into the top of this.
Is one of the holes like Hobbit height, like specifically Hobbit waist height? Because I'm feeling like this might be a gangbang rock, and one of you guys might be out of luck. Sorry, Sean.
What?
I'm just kidding.
It's not. They're all convenient goblet height.
All right. Well, I'm gonna.
Well, sir, I don't like it.
I'm gonna take some steps. I'm gonna take some steps on the steps and walk up and see if I can't. Do you want a perception to kind of maybe like look at the rock a little more closely, or
If investigation for that.
gotcha? That's one skill that I did not put on.
As TK or Heskar is looking for his investigate, I'm gonna
I did.
move on up into the room because
order.
these guys are slow as hell.
I'm always just waiting for Hingelman.
Yeah, I'm hesitant because I'm spooked.
I can sense that, and I'm like a protective mother. I'm
Like
like,
seriously,
it's
you just
okay.
got like, You are like so small right now.
Dude,
You're like up to my knee.
It's how I feel right now.
I mean, I'll be fair. I'm 6'5", but
Yeah, I'm 2'7". Fuck you.
I'm
okay,
6'2".
then you're right. You might be
You're
about
right.
right height.
You right.
All right, Wilson, I am rolling at
6'2".
disadvantage because I am still exhausted, or I have a level of exhaustion, but it's still an 18.
So, in just investigating the rock, you can see that these were very clearly chiseled out with tools. These are not natural. They weren't eroded in. The skill with which it was actually chiseled in, not done by a hand of somebody who knows what they're doing. It was done quickly and just for the purpose of getting a hole in to secure whatever they might be putting in there. How well it might work, it's not too deep, so depending on what you're trying to secure and what kind of amount of weight you're putting on it, might not work so well.
I audibly scoff at the craftsmanship.
The Tinker God would be disappointed.
The Wonder Maker would
The
be
Wonder Maker.
disappointed thoroughly in this craftsmanship. I spit on the ground. Well, it seems like there is only one other way from here. And,
Yes.
Well, actually, that at the back of the room is a whole. Let me see here.
It looks like something in the back of the
I
room.
wasn't sure if that was a...
That hole is actually at the bottom of the wall, right where the wall and the ground meet. It's not a entrance per se. It's just an opening. If you want to look in there, you certainly can. That'll just be an investigation to check it out.
How large is the opening?
On the very bottom there, it's about 4 feet by 4 feet width and height.
Not for me.
It's hobbit sized. As I kind of turn from like looking at it at the person who happened to just mention that he was 2'8".
I'm holding Hingelman back. Like,
I was giving you something. Come on.
I'm kind of like, Hingelman, you can stay with us or venture forward.
Well, I feel like I need to start pulling my weight around here.
I'm like, that's the spirit, and I give him a very hearty slap, kind of half push towards the opening.
And I fucking bumble forward, just like, oh fuck.
So
I think Hingelman's in the tunnel, or
he's actually just behind you, but nope. Yeah, it'd be right about there, and then I'm guessing you said like an investigation.
Yep, roll me investigation, Bisho.
Okay. You got your little torchy do.
Did you give him the torch?
No, I'm just kind of standing there with the trying to cast the light over it.
So, with your height, you're able to walk directly into the opening, and it only goes back about 3 or 4 feet, and you can actually look up and see a shaft that goes up in a roughly circular sort of hole that goes up for what you can gauge to be 25, 30 feet. And at the very top, you can see faint light. But the shaft itself is completely smooth. There would be no easy way to climb this, especially, I mean, even for somebody of your size that can fit in there.
Okay.
Looking around the rest of the opening, you can see on the ground there are bits of bone, small pieces of wood and metal, and old apple cores, and there's even bits of waste, like excrement.
Okay.
Can I do an investigate on the pile of garbage?
Well,
Not
can't
in
see
there.
it. It's only him that can see it.
Oh, it's inside.
like- I'm
the thing.
inside.
Yeah, it's
he has to
Okay.
peek. He has
It's,
to peek
it's
through something.
pretty much down at his feet right now.
You could try, Sean.
Can I-
Let's-
You sure
Can
try.
I-
Just
Can I investigate that pile of shit?
Literally.
If you'd like.
Sean's like going.
I'm creeping in there.
You're gonna get stuck.
Is that
So both of you roll investigation, please.
Roll another investigation. I'm sorry. Like that whole time, I was just thinking like.
smooth shafts?
No, suddenly the light disappears as a pair of butt
Oh my
cheeks.
god.
Oh,
Run!
excrement.
Oof, man, you are really rifling through that refuse.
Got the dank rolls, dude.
Yeah, well, you're the shit shoveler.
Bruce.
evidently.
Wayne.
Shovel well.
Wainwright Bruceman.
Yes.
Where's that investigation roll?
Oh, my bad.
You just kind of like army crawl next to him.
It's only a 10 because I'm exhausted still.
Oh, I was gonna say, I thought he was like.
So you Wayne Red, you get down into a crawling position and you sort of move forward slowly and put your shoulders and head into the hole. That's about all that you can fit with your armor on. And you meet the kneeling form of the Hingman, who is down on his hands and knees, digging through all of this stuff. You can see that his hands are very dirty. And once you actually get your head and shoulders into there, it smells. It smells really bad, especially now that he started stirring it up. And it's only inches away from your face that he's turning this stuff over in his hands, looking it all around. So you're very, very close to the poo pile that he's digging through.
I would like to back out as quickly as I can
Yeah.
using my dexterous Batman dexterity.
Not to throw up.
First, make me a Constitution saving throw, please.
Oh my goodness.
Can you do it? I want to do it, dude. But he acted before me.
Nat 20? Does that count 4?
You're
Even though I'm exhausted?
You're exhausted, though.
Exhaustion is only for ability checks, not saving throws.
Oh, okay. I thought you were.
First level exhaustion, at least.
I was hoping you were gonna.
Just
let-
because I'm a nobleman doesn't mean can't handle the shits.
No, I was just.
Yeah. And you notice that, yes, it is a very strong stench, but it doesn't bother you. You quickly just are able to mentally say, mind over matter kind of a thing. It's only a smell. So
Reminds
what?
me of the stables back home and my horse
Right,
pace.
right. Okay,
That's-
okay.
That's why I'm doing all right, man.
And Hingman, by digging through all of this stuff, yeah, you got very dirty and smell very, very bad now, but you were very thorough in making sure that there's absolutely nothing of use in that garbage pile.
Okay.
Right on, dude.
You just come out, just hands like.
Can I?
I'm
crawl
just sitting
back
there.
out?
I'm sitting there with my arms crossed, waiting for Engelman. Like,
I'm like tapping.
I want to wash my hands and gauntlets in the creek real quick, if that's cool.
Fair enough.
The rest of it.
Okay, do you have a torch on you?
What'd you say, Wilson?
Do you have a torch on you?
I do.
Okay.
Can I put it down before I dunk my hands?
Yes, you can. I assume that you would do that anyways.
When I do this,
Oh shit, my torch!
he's not that smart.
When I come out, I walk over to Knox and give him a pat on the back,
You can't reach my back, bud.
pat on the butt.
Probably can't even reach his
Good
butt.
game.
He's 7 feet tall, so it would be more of like back of the quad.
My thigh. or
Okay,
something.
we'll
Like
caress
on the
his thigh
hamstring.
with my shit fingers.
I'm already back. in the way.
Like that was quite a it's quite an ordeal.
I'm gonna do prestidigitation on something here.
I'm used to it though. There's with all those fucking.
I'm gonna make his
Chicken
odor.
poops.
I'm gonna make his odor just disappear, so I don't smell him. Yep, he smells like roses.
So your shit don't stink.
I'm not gonna wash.
I'm not gonna walk.
I'm not gonna wash my hands. I ain't no bitch. I've been dealing with all those chicken coops in fucking Hingstonia for so long. I just don't even care.
Fair enough.
You're not dirty. You're just experienced.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So you made.
Was there something under the rock, or do we just got to go deeper into the cave?
No, I'm assuming this boulder seemed like it was pretty, undisturbed, at least for those 3 holes on there. But it does seem like the path leads further along the river itself. So,
Should we form up and move out?
yeah, Inglebots, roll out. Oh, yeah, you can just control it or
I
something.
just muttered to myself, a totoso.
Totoso. Fucking
Alright.
Totoso, dude.
The torch yet again in hand, I saunter forth and move deeper into the cave.
And again, we shall wait for the Hingman.
Actually, I'm just whatever.
Yeah, I'm just
See you later.
left behind, left for dead.
No, I gotta be at least in front of you, Sean. Too scared.
Cha, dude. I am the knight.
Oh, we got some more stairs. Ooh.
That looks like a nice little pathway to maybe some treasure.
Okay.
You can tell by
I
the
bet
way
it's treasure.
You can tell by the way it is.
Mm-hmm.
Just by the-
What about this little shit cavern to the left?
That's what I'm talking about. That's the treasure trail right there.
All right.
Looks like a colon.
Semicolon.
Do you have a little exposition before?
I do. So the area that you see off to your left is a slope that goes up at about a 55 degree angle, and it's covered in gravel. There are a couple of areas going up the slope that it levels out a little bit to maybe a 30-degree angle, but it's decently steep most of the way up, and it is across the water from you. And at this point, the water is about just over a foot, so 1.3 inches deep. Not too deep, but it's getting up there.
You're about there.
Okay.
I think I'd like to take a shot at climbing that.
Well, I mean, it
Scurrying
sounds like
on up.
it slopes out of the water itself. Is that right, Wilson, or is there a little bit of a lip at the edge of the water?
It does slope right up out of the edge itself.
Okay, so it's just you kind of like if we were to cross, wouldn't have to climb up anything. It would just be a like 50-degree incline.
Climb as in like scurry
Degree-
on up the gravel hill.
Correct. There are also on the path that you guys are on the right side, more stairs up, continuing curving to the right.
We've hit a fork.
Perhaps another perception check to see if we can get a little more information about which way to go. Specifically looking at the like the ground right now.
Okay, if anybody else wants to make perception checks as well, feel free.
We'll make a perception.
I will as
Yeah.
well.
I kind of turn, and you guys see me cross-eyed. Which way do we go?
I'm not as sleepy-eyed, but I'm still somewhat sleepy-eyed.
Yeah, a little sleepy.
Are those the only two making the check? Okay.
I'm gonna
Then, yeah,
Perception.
Bryce is going to toss one out too.
Down that left one.
Or Hingelman, rather.
Perception. There you
got it.
Oh!
Hingelman or Hingman?
Hingman.
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 Okay.
Hinglebells.
So, as the three larger members of the party are looking about, Heskar checking the ground, looking at the construction and shape of the stairs, see if they are intact, scoping out the slope on the other side. Wainred looking up at the ceiling, checking for any loose stones, stalactites, any traps that might be set up above. And Nox using his ears and his nose to try and pick up on anything else beyond visual. All three of you, nothing. You strike out. But the shorter one is standing there, and you can almost hear like a like radar type thing going out from him and emanating as
Ping-darted.
he pings on something further up to the right.
To the right there, huh?
He hears mild shuffling, the sound of an impact against wood, very light impact, but you can hear it, and just slight movement.
Stealth.
Well, my friends, it sounds like where we want to be heading is to the right. I hear some skedaddles, hear some shuffles. I think that's worth looking into.
Let's go to the right then.
All right.
Proceed with caution.
Yes.